issue that we have right now is this young black man. We gotta stop, man. We have to stop this violence. What we fighting over? Neighborhoods that we don't own. Music. You think them people give a damn about us on the top levels of this music industry? You gotta know. People think business. Let me tell y'all something about business. You got two companies that hate each other, Shell and Exxon. Let's just use that as an example. They hate each other. We hate their guts. They across the street. We don't fuck with them, da-da-da-da. But on Thanksgiving, they families go and eat dinner together at the top. Meanwhile, at the lower end of that building, where we at, it's funk and fighting and shooting and killing, while the bosses is up top eating together. That goes with record labels. Do you think that Warner Brother gives a damn about what Epic or what Sony's doing or what Universal's doing? Because at the end, they all cool. That's why presidents of companies end up at other presidents at other companies. Because
right.
they already have the relationship, dummies. They didn't just build that, you stupid asses. They've been kicking it with each other on that level.
Right.
But our asses on the bottom of the building, on the second, third, fourth, fifth floor, and we the dummies murking each other, talking shit to each other. Fuck that, I'm riding and dying. And well, guess what? On the 12th floor, they up there eating cheese and crackers and drinking wine, man. So you have to understand what this game is. If you're in this music industry and you don't understand who runs this music industry, you got a problem.
Big problem.
Because see, I got to be careful because I still deal with the labels.
Right.
But there's a certain floor that we stop at. Now, if that's over y'all head, I don't know what to tell you. But there's a certain floor out of that 25-story building that we stop at. Management, we in there. Artists, we in there. A&R, we in there. VP of promotions, we in there. But there's a certain point we stop. And there ain't none of us up there. So know your industry. And I always tell them too, go watch Unsung, man. If you don't watch Unsung, how can you know what the future is if you don't know the rise and fall of your industry? For the black R&B hip hop artists, when I look at Unsung, it's always a few things that we crash from. We crash from women, we crash from drugs and alcohol, bad management, and bad money management.
Yep.
So the movie The Five Heartbeats, that was a real movie about us. That was a real movie. All the talent in the world, that was a real movie. The manager that wanted to be, and that's what scares me sometimes, because I watched that movie and I say, well, who am I? I'm the manager that's putting her whole life on the line, that's out there with them. When there's other managers like Mr. Red that want to hang you off the building, you know what I'm saying?
Bleed you dry.
Right. And so I just tell everybody, man, you gotta just know your business, man. Football, you wouldn't know how to, the sport, you don't know the plays.
Right.
Why would you think you could be a rapper and not understand the industry and the history?
Man, I appreciate that, man. Signing out, man. Anybody want to send some love to, shout out to, anything?
Man, I'm gonna forget everybody.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Esco, man. You know, me and Esco with Santana, we still rock.
Man, shout out Isco, man.
Man, we still rock together. He's a part of my company. He just on the backside. It took a lot. He told me the other night on the phone, he said it just ain't the same no more. He don't even go out. It just ain't the same. We have so many plans with Santana. And then, you know, so shout out Esco, man. Shout out all the DJs, man, because they've always had my back. High C and Herc and Endurance and DJ Young Sam and all the DJs in Houston, man. North side, south side, east side, west side. We all get along, man. I don't
Shout
have
out to DJs, man.
I think that problem needs to be fixed too. Eventually.
Yeah, because I get a lot of artists complaining about the DJs.
A lot of these artists are complaining, but they're not doing what's right either.
Okay.
You know, you're not taking the proper approaches, man.
Right.
And I know I cheat the game. It's easy for me to walk in with on the mall, which is the label with Kane, and I'm saying, damn, we need this, we need that. If you don't have that, you got to figure something else out. You better learn how to shoot a video on that phone. Or you got to figure you need the content. You got to figure, man. I would like to say that there's no way to get it done, but there's always a way to get it done.
Crazy, man.
Am I lying? I heard you can shoot a video on the iPhone.
Movie,
Right.
You shoot a movie on
12.
Yeah.
But you see what that is? That's my team way of thinking.
Okay.
That's my team way of thinking. That might not be the average person. I tell them you can shoot a video, you can shoot a movie. Because they don't.
They done went up a little bit up.
They don't, well, no, they gonna get it done.
Got you.
They're not gonna let me not having $3,000 to shoot a video. Look, he over there trying to show him now.
I already showed him I had been looking good.
So you see what I'm saying? How important is that to know?
You can run a Fortune 500 company off iPhone.
It's
So
off the twin, bro.
you can't let not having a budget
It's off the
Stop you. I got you.
But you gotta have the drive to want to do this stuff.
I feel that. What's some advice you can give to these upcoming managers, just particularly in Houston?
Partner can do it. He's idiot.
My managers that I fuck with, honestly, man, we cool, we good. My boy Derek took over for Zero from me, and we
Shout out
communicated
Derek.
a lot. Me and Derek McKinney, he got his little Loud Fest. That he
Shout out,
does.
yep.
And he put some stuff together, but we've communicated a lot, right? And never no hate. Rico Allen is with Devin the Dude and Rap a Lot. He books a bunch of shows for us, and he's family with us. Bone over there with Bun B. Kind of took over for International Red, and Red is still the manager. But we all got relationships. Dude over with Paul Wall. You know, I don't want to forget nobody, man.
Man, charge it to his heart, man. Y'all know it. You know who he talking about, man.
We all call each other because you need the other managers. Listen, don't do me. When I call you and I need some help or I got a show, let's say I book Slim Thug in Baton Rouge. Well, first of all, Baton Rouge, it'll come from Mr. Kane, right? So I book Kane, and while I'm out there, they say, hey, man, who else you got from Houston? I say, man, I got Slim Thug. Okay, I'm going to take Slim over there. Who else you got, Heavy? I'm going to send Paul. Hey, Goo, how much for Paul? I'm going to make a little change off of it, but I'm going to give them the real numbers. I ain't going to inflate it. I'm going to take my 10% booking fee because I am a licensed and bonded booking agent, right? A lot of people don't know that. As a manager, it's really against the law for you to book your artists. You got to be licensed and bonded. Just letting you managers know. You get the
Y'all listen.
It's illegal to book your artists, but nobody follows that guideline. You know what I'm saying? But I book a lot of artists. I'll book E40. I'll book Too Short. I'll book Ice Cube. I'll book Snoop Dogg. And that's how we got to this comedy show for this weekend.
Go into it. January 30, guys.
I started off booking comedy, so I wanted to do a comedy concert. And I brought some of the people that I did concerts with 20-something years ago. Talon Harris was with me from the get-go.
Damn.
And so I'm going to do a comedy concert here in Houston in a $5 million club with $1 million sound and light system that y'all don't even know exists in Houston. It's going to blow you away when you walk through them doors like, what the fuck just happened? And I didn't bring 2 or 3 comics. I brought 10, 8 or 9.
You got about 8 or 9 on there. Then you got Kiki.
Kiki and Slim performing. I'm gonna figure out how my young team gonna perform. I'm gonna set this up nice. This is a concert. So if my guys wanna do a song, they can come up and do a song. I'm working on that right now. And so it's just going back to your roots. Like Kane said, you go back to your roots at some point in your career every time. My career has been so long, I've seen and done so much. And I'm talking about worldwide.
Right.
I'm talking about in Dubai. I'm talking about in India. Dublin. You know, I went to Dublin.
Dublin, okay.
Man, I'll tell you a funny story. We got a dude out here, we call him Master Mohawk. He a cameraman.
Massima Mohawk,
Man,
Slim Thug. Used to be Slim Thug camera back in the
He
day.
was with Chameleon there, so we get to Dublin. And, you know, Cam don't drink or smoke. He go back to the room. We get Cam back to the room, me and Mohawk, we take off. I said, nigga, I'm in Dublin. I've been hearing Jay-Z rap about this shit.
Okay.
We get in the club, we getting twisted. We got 3 hours before our flight leave when we look up. Well, in Dublin, they really racist. So we can't get a cab. We out there for an hour. Cab won't stop for us. Finally, we paid some white dudes like $50 to stop a cab. When they act like they was getting in, we jumped in that thing.
Damn.
When we get to the hotel, Commanders in the lobby just looking with security. They looking at us. I'm running upstairs to grab my bag, leaving shit. And so, you know, these are we in another country. And that's what these artists got to know. We got to get outside of the States. So if I'm saying we need to get outside the States, we damn sure got to get out of Houston.
And that's the thing I see just doing this shit. They don't be want to leave. It's like they feel like, I mean, maybe because of the independent route that a lot of the people before them that took, they don't be want to leave.
Wrong.
They don't be want to leave.
Fucked up. Slim took the independent route, and that nigga leaves the country every chance he can. Whether it's Mexico, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Virgin Islands, leave. It's a whole world out there for you to go see, man. We don't gotta look at Galveston. We gonna look at a real couple beaches, man.
Right.
Shout out to Galveston.
Shout out G-Town.
But I don't, let's face it, the water ain't clear blue. There's other places in this world for y'all to go besides the walk. And so, I think that's my thing with these artists, man. We got big records in Houston that don't even leave Houston. How your record #1 in Houston, but we ain't even in Austin? What we missing?
What are we missing? That's the golden question.
You missing the hustle.
Okay.
I'll ask them. I'll ask each one of them at a separate time. Donnie, when that record take off, what should we do?
Get around. Time to move.
You gonna just leave it here? The record broke it. Kane gonna automatically shoot back to Louisiana and start it and fill out through Texas and everywhere else. You can't, you break a record here and you be so high that your record getting played here in Houston.
Come on.
You so excited for that.
That's how it is, man.
And let me tell you
Big
something.
facts, man.
And the other thing that I see with these artists is they're not learning the industry, right? They don't know the game.
Who's teaching it? Who's putting it out there? Because
maybe
that's
nobody is, or maybe
okay.
they're not taking the initiative to find it out.
Okay.
Is it my job to go find you and teach you? I get paid for that. And so I prefer not to even charge people. So instead, I just give it to my people,
Okay.
right? If you call me right now and say, hey, man, I saw your name on the internet, and you respectful, and you say, hey, man, I'm just an up-and-coming artist. Can you give me some advice? I'm going to give you some advice. I ain't going to shoot you up and just hang the phone up.
Okay.
I'm give you some advice. But let me tell you the advice I'm going to give you for free right now.
Free game, y'all.
Quit reading that motherfucking Instagram.
You know that's hard for
You
them.
motherfuckers got 1 million followers on Instagram and 1,000 followers on Facebook, and you will not fuck with Facebook or YouTube. Steady fucking with the fans. I said it last night. There's a difference between fans and fan base. Fan base is YouTube and Facebook. Fans are on Instagram. Groupies, fans, nosy people, no people, bullshit people. Those are the people except the stars that are on there. The stars are on there connected. There's no money on IG unless you have somebody that's gonna pay you to post or do something like that. But as far as getting paid for it, you go IG live all day long for free. Why you don't go YouTube live or Facebook live? And build that to where you got subscribers and you getting a check.
Nah, for real.
Some niggas got 3 million followers and drop an album and can't do 500 downloads.
Or sell 5 tickets.
How is that? Can't get, you want to blame the promoter every time nobody come to the show? Well, I gotta blame you too, my nigga. What did you do to promote? Promoters need these drops, man. This ain't. Back in the day, I said, man, I don't need no drops.
Right.
Man, I'm cool. These days, there's so many fraudulent promoters, fake promoters, bullshit going on. Whether you gonna show up or not show up, and you need to build your fan base. When them fans go to the shows, that's your fan base. You worried about the promoter making $33. Worry about your fan base and taking care of your fan base. And don't give them that bullshit 8-minute show shit. Give them a fucking show. We talk about the record sales and the money that gone out the industry, then that means the money's at the show.
Okay.
Why are we putting time and energy into our shows? Why ain't y'all got a rehearsal studio to go rehearse an hour a week?
Yeah.
So you ain't just grabbing yourself and rapping. I don't want to see you hold your nuts on stage and rap.
Okay.
I want to see a show. And if you ain't got a show, go get you some LED walls or rent some shit and put some stage prop. Man, you ain't got to do nothing crazy. I told Bash, man, we could put some blunt.